Hi, this is Prabhu Ramachandran from WebNMS. So WebNMS is part of Zoho Corporation. Zoho has three product divisions, WebNMS, Manage Engine, and Zoho.com. The company itself started with the WebNMS brand of products. Under WebNMS, we serve the telecom service providers. We do network management for them. And then we have IoT suite of products under WebNMS. We have more than 25,000 deployments of WebNMS on the field through our partners and our customers. Manage Engine is more of IT enterprise management. We have more than 90,000 customers under Manage Engine. Zoho.com is a cloud-based apps that revolves around business productivity and business collaboration. We have more than 10 million users for Zoho. That's about the corporate. So if you look at so we focus more on the enterprise B2B side of IoT, and the challenges the enterprises faces today is any IoT is a brownfield deployment. So there is legacy system within an enterprise. So legacy could be like an old BMS system, old vehicles or old machinery that is already there, which does not support latest sophisticated communication protocols. So when you get into IoT into an enterprise, the system should support both new systems and the legacy systems. And there is also the movement towards convergence of IT and OT. OT is the operations technology and IT is the information technology. So IoT plays into the OT space, but it is bringing the software into the OT. So which means there is a merge of the IT department taking over operational department. So that is something, it's an ongoing change that is happening. So the driving force within the enterprise is one is people. You have existing systems like CRM systems, ERP system, trouble ticketing system, billing systems, and then machines and assets. Asset could be vehicles, asset could be HVAC systems of a building, they could be manufacturing equipments, they could be mining equipments. And then the end result is how do you improve productivity, how do you improve downtime, all those things. So when you apply IoT into any enterprise, the key thing that we have to focus is how do you apply IoT across functions. Okay, so IoT cannot go and sit as a silo where you go and do a temperature monitoring in a building and come back. But the true value or the maximum value the customer will get when you do something like you get information from the building, you get information from water usage within the building, and you get information about security aspects of the building. And when you combine all these data together and do analytics on top of it, that is where the complete potential of IoT will come in. Otherwise, it is going to be a silo project where one piece of the room you monitor temperature, and based on temperature you do some reporting. But that is a silo solution that is not exciting for the customers. If enterprises has to spend money on IoT, they are looking at how will this solution impact the way they do business. Okay, and that impact can be created only when you work across functions of an enterprise. So this is like an analogy where, so what everyone wishes is all the systems, all the silos are working together, no problems, so it is solid. But the problem for the IT department is they have to juggle between all these systems. If one system fails and it affects other systems, there is training requirement, learning curve, and all those things. So when you bring in IoT in an enterprise, you have to consider this problem and then work in a model where your system goes and integrates with an ERP system, trouble ticketing system, billing systems, and all those things. So you don't create more silos into an enterprise. So this is our solution stack. We offer two products. So the core product is our IoT platform, Symphony IoT platform, which helps customers to quickly, within weeks, develop their own IoT end solution and deploy it. And to facilitate that quick development, we have an EdgeX software. So what EdgeX does is, the missing piece today in IoT is how do you get the data from the sensors, from the machines into the cloud. So there is a lot of R&D that goes into it. So we have solved that problem using EdgeX, where EdgeX can run on any hardware, any gateway device, and it helps customers to quickly collect data. Okay. I'll just skip these things. Okay. So I'll get into the case study as such. The scenario here is our customer, they are into multiple business. They are a large SI. They serve the city, large cities within Middle East. They do traffic management, street lighting, surveillance project, waste management, environment monitoring for cities. So they wanted to adopt IoT and then deliver value to their customers. So they evaluated multiple solutions, and they came to us because we offer a platform solution with very broad capabilities. And this customer initially started with a street lighting project. So they wanted to solve the lighting problem of the city, where the city has around 100,000 lights, and that involves a lot of logistics works every day to go on, like to maintain the lights, so switch on, switch off lights, and if some lights fail, it takes a lot of time to identify that and rectify it. Okay, they applied IoT, where we brought in a hardware software solution where lights can be scheduled, like the switch on switch off time is based on astro clock. So based on weather condition, based on what time the sun sets, we are able to automatically switch on the lights instead of fixed, like earlier they were doing like every 12 hours light is on and then every 12 hours it is off, but sunset might happen later, maybe 2 hours later, so you are going to waste your energy. So because of this simple solution, we are able to cut down around 10% of energy bills. And then we went into dimming solution, where after 12 o'clock, customer can push a schedule saying after 12 o'clock, you dim the lights by 30% or 40% because there are no people around that. And you need not dim across the city. Maybe during the downtime could be dim after 3 a.m. because there is a nightlife area, all those things. There is a festival happening. So all those things were made real time, where customer can log into a dashboard. They can select an area in the map and say dim this area after 3 o'clock and dim other areas after 12 o'clock, kind of things. Okay. So these are the problems, as I mentioned. So there is a big city, no provision to have central control, which means they should have people running around to work on the problems. And it is also a security problem for the city, where if the light goes off and if the people doesn't identify it quickly, it's a security problem for the cities. Okay. And then rising fuel costs, because they had vehicles to go around the city to switch on, switch off lights, so that has been cut down. So we work on 3 areas: energy management. We were able to save energy bills for the customer. And then remote site security, where we can remotely monitor the lighting infrastructure on failures, on repairs, and location services. So we were all the lights were able to be tagged, and then they were shown in maps, so that where is a problem, where is a dimming has to be done. So those kind of location services were brought in. So now it is a truly real-time IoT app into an existing city infrastructure. And then now the customer is going to, all the new lights are being LED lights. They also have sodium vapor lamp, and all their new upcoming lights are going to be LED lights. So we have an hardware to control LED lights, a different hardware to control sodium vapor lamps. Okay. So the project, we took 4 weeks to plan. We did a site surveys. We actually measured for 4 weeks how much of energy is being consumed actually. And then we designed the solution and deployed it in 12 weeks. Within 3 months, the project was live, and it's been 3 months after deployment. Okay. The results are we are able to save on energy bills by 30% and logistic cost by 40%. And the overall uptime of lights is now 97%, because the moment a light fails, it could be failure because of some failed wiring, or it could be because the light itself has gone down. So we are able to identify sooner, and then we create trouble tickets into their workflow, so that next day they can go and repair and replace. So IMTAC, the lighting is just one piece of it. Now they have started working on smarter buildings for the government. They are looking into things like chiller plant monitoring, connecting all the BMS building management systems across the city, connecting all the firefighting, fire safety equipments across the city, and having a city-wide dashboard, elevator monitoring, water monitoring. These are the ongoing projects that we are doing. And they are also in future they plan to do smarter transportation, smarter traffic, so that for example, put GPS on ambulance, and when the ambulance is coming, send a mobile app notification to the nearby traffic police so that they can clear the road. That kind of use cases. This is another quick case studies. This is for a company named NAFCO in Dubai. NAFCO sells firefighting kits for large buildings. So they sell, okay. So basically they sell a complete kit like water tank, water pump, water sprinklers for large buildings, and they are selling in 20 different countries. Probably they say they have around 3,000 buildings today. And all these firefighting equipments, everyone hopes they will never use it, but if at all there is a need, it has to work. So every 2 weeks they send people to check the health of these machines, and that was time consuming. So they adopted IoT, our solution, where now we are able to remotely monitor whether enough water in the water tank, enough diesel in the diesel generator, whether the pump is in working condition, it has enough oil, and they need not send people to identify that. So that brings down their logistic cost, and it also improves their uptime. So their machines are always up, and they have SLAs with the building owners in case of any fire. If the equipment is not working, there are penalties. So they are now safer now when compared to earlier before adopting the IoT. Okay. This is a different use case in Middle East.